Welcome to the Gold Report. We'd like to thank our generous donors who make the show possible. We ask you to like, subscribe, and share the Gold Report and have it delivered right to your inbox.
We're going to talk first about the war on Israel. Of course, many people know you are Jewish. This is near and dear to your heart, and this issue should be near and dear to every single person around the world. Our first headline discusses the first shipment of U.S. armaments that arrived in Israel today.
Yes, it is true that I'm Jewish. I'm a Jewish American, and it is, I suppose, very personal to me, this war, but it's also because I'm an American. And how it goes for Israel is exactly how it's going to go for the United States. I've said this for many years. Israel is the canary in the coal mine. Israel is our strongest ally by far on the world stage. That might surprise some people, but Israel votes with us more often at the UN than even the United Kingdom. They are our strongest ally. They are the only reliable democracy in the Middle East. We work with Israel all the time on military and intelligence maneuvers. Of course, Israel is the only place really in the Middle East where human rights are free. They have gay pride parades, all over the nation, the same as we do in America. Tel Aviv is almost indistinguishable, from any mainstream American city. This is in an area of the world where they still do throw homosexuals off the buildings to kill them. So anyone who doesn't stand with Israel, I would like to submit, is really not standing with America. So you did comment that we did send off U.S. arms. The first arms had arrived in Israel. When Israel goes through these terrible conflicts, she often does turn to America for additional military support. Israel is very strong militarily. You will absolutely be able to crush Hamas. But it is very good to know that you have a friend in the American military. And, Biden thus far has been highly supportive of Israel's obvious right to defend itself, as any sovereign nation should. And we just, we hope that the Israelis do what has to be done in as an effective measure as possible. I have heard a lot of chatter online where people want to say things like, all the killing should stop and there should be peace, et cetera. You can't have peace if only one side wants peace. And Israel is in the same situation, the exact same situation that it's been in before, because it never definitively put down Hamas. Hamas needs to be put down definitively, and we hope that that's what happens in this event.
I think it's worthy to note, too, that even Egypt does not want these refugees coming in from the Gaza. I mean, they share a border with the Gaza Strip, and they do not want anyone they will not let people in. So this isn't just an Israel thing. This is, Egypt knows full well that these are terrorists and that they will murder Egyptians.
There's so much that, we Americans are so ignorant about. One is you have to pull out a map of Israel. You simply have to do that. I hope that we can put that up for our viewers. Gaza is this tiny, very small little strip of land. It's right adjacent to Israel and adjacent to Egypt. And Israel doesn't want Gaza. It's not a land that was, promised to the Jews. But Gaza has been a launching pad for terrorism for many, many years. So militarily, in the past, Israel has controlled Gaza in an attempt to stop terrorists using it as a launching pad. But even doing that really didn't work. So in 2005, Israel unilaterally pulled out of Gaza. Israel does not control Gaza. There's a demilitarized zone between Gaza and Israel, but the Palestinians are supposed to be governing themselves. Instead of governing themselves, or I guess governing themselves, they voted in Hamas. So Hamas is this terrorist organization that controls the area, not Israel. And you are right that Egypt doesn't want any part of this. I mean, nobody really wants it. And that's why I said that the problem should be definitively stopped. If you definitively and effectively rid this area of Hamas, then you will have a chance at longer lasting peace.
What do you say to those listening who say, listen, if you're going to say that Israel needs to defend itself, you're basically a warmonger, you're calling for World War III, all of these things. I'd like to hear your response back, because this is the rhetoric that we're continually hearing, and what people have to understand why this is important that Israel defends herself.
Right. So thank you so much for that super insightful question. So let me be really clear. I do not want this to escalate into a global war in any way, shape, or form. It is only on social media that it looks as though Israel is being threatened by Hamas. It's only because Israel values individual life that it looks as though it's a military battle of equals. It's not. Israel can destroy Hamas militarily easily on its own. does not need to bring in other military, certainly not the American military. We need our job, people outside Israel, is to get out of the way. Let Israel do the job it needs to do. Do not invite in other nations. I do think that there's a desire on the part of globalists to turn this into a global war. It's not necessary. It's not indicated. Israel can take care of it. Our job is to simply get out of the way. Let Israel do what must be done.
To watch today's full episode, visit thegoldreport.com.